Right. I think I'm not going to go over the facts of what's happening on the ground. 104 days of aggression has gone by, and I think the world is very much so aware of what is happening. You know, the crimson tears and insufferable graveyard that Gaza has turned into is now a place of mourning, a place of loss, a place of anger, a place of tears. I would even say it's a place of unhealable pain for generations to come, and that's what was brought forth into the hallowed halls of the International Court of Justice by South Africa, and I think Malaysia, along with Namibia, Bangladesh, and many other countries, Ireland, have joined the chorus of outrage, and it really is now resonating across the globe. Now, just let me just share a little bit of what Malaysia has done. Literally millions of Malaysians have taken to the streets in support, not just in solidarity with their voices and their feet on the ground, but they've also taken money out of their bank accounts and their pockets, using their political will and their humanitarian will to help. Our parliament, the Malaysian parliament, has made a very clear and scathing position over and over again, individual MPs as well, of their condemnation of the Zionist regime of Israel. Our government has echoed parliament's calls and have donated 10 million ringgit, equivalent of about 2 million USD, and have facilitated up to delivered up to about 70 million ringgit. In total, I think it will make up to about 100 million ringgit, equivalent to about 20 million USD in aid to the people of Gaza. We've leveraged off our soft power and our status as a middle power with our Middle Eastern axis of influence and soft power, and our position in the OIC, and have been working with Turkey and many other nations and other partners in pressing for resolutions and actions. The Special Select Committee for International Trade and Foreign Affairs have made our position very clear and is in constant engagement with other countries, those in support of Israel, in making our voices heard against their position, and working with nations who are in support of Palestine and the Palestinian people. The caucus of Palestine and Parliament have made our voices very clear. And I personally have written to the Prime Minister, voiced out in Parliament, and have even called for legal action to be taken against Israel in the ICJ before the action by South Africa materialize. Now, for all those that are now trapped above and under the rubble in Gaza and some in the West Bank, who are unable and impossible to hold on to any kind of hope and dreams, I think we need to keep that flame of dreams alive for a peaceful future for them. Now, I would say that I would put it into the kind of 6 areas of what we, a global community, need to do. We need to forge a global fortress of solidarity. Let our collective outrage be a tsunami, a tidal wave, whatever you want to call it, in washing away the cries of the oppressed. Secondly, we diplomats, must become warriors of diplomacy. And each word that we say and we write and we publish, we need to use that to dissect the web of deceit, own our arguments, and forge alliances, and organize our colleagues, our alumni, our associates worldwide, members of parliament, representatives, to isolate the perpetrators and architects of this suffering, which is obviously Israel. And of course, those who are complicit with them. Third, we call upon the ICJ to be the crucible of justice. Help the ICJ do their work, to melt away all these propaganda that is being, stoked by Israel and their allies, revealing the naked, horrific truth that is etched in the blood, with the blood of innocent Palestinian boys, girls, men and women, freedom fighters, and those freedom denied, of lawyers, legal experts, to this global humanitarian suit. to ensure justice is delivered. We need to help, be the bandage for the wounded, be the plaster cast for the broken legs and arms of Palestinians, and literally be the whispers of hope in the ears of the despairing and the mourning in Gaza. We need to offer aid. We need to offer help. We need to offer experts. We need to help offer doctors, nurses. Fifth, we need to become storytellers. We need to wield our pens, our keyboards, our computer screens and our Zoom apps to fight this war of propaganda. Tell the stories of the children who have had their laughters taken away, children who have been taken away from their families and from their parents, and we need to tell their stories. And sixth, we must remember that tyrants understand only one language, and that's pressure, economic sanctions, and other forms of sanctions. Now, and I think words alone are not enough. I urge each of you to take the following real concrete actions. What I've just said, the 6 things I mentioned just now, are conceptual mindsets that we must adopt and take. Number 1, of course, spread the word, educate those who are uneducated, raise awareness, build global support networks for Palestinians, both organizations and individuals. 2, pressure your representatives for those who are not representatives. And for those who are representatives, pressure your governments. And for those who are in government, pressure for more and further actions of solidarity. Demand that they stand up for Palestinian people and advocate for a just resolution to this conflict. For fellow parliamentarians, I didn't know there was going to be so many MPs, but for fellow parliamentarians, we must organize ourselves, lend our voices of representation of our citizens and our nations. Let that be heard by governments. So Malaysians should come together with with Turkish MPs, with European MPs, and go to Europe, go to France, go to the UK to make sure that they know that other countries think they are crazy, stupid, and genocidal for standing with Israel. We need to also support targeted boycotts and divestment campaigns. Hit the perpetrators where it hurts, which is economically. We need to also take legal actions against Israel in our own country on behalf of Palestinians who are living in your country, to render Israel a criminal state if indeed your country recognizes them as a state. And of course, Malaysia does not recognize Israel as a state, but each and every single country needs to offer and organize friendly states together to take further legal actions against Netanyahu and other individuals in Israel's war cabinet, take them to the ICC for war crimes they have clearly already committed. And lastly, we need to amplify humanitarian and Palestinian voices. Let them help them tell their stories and share their experiences and their pleas for justice. And remember, our unity is our strength. Together, we really can turn the tide. This has been started, or this bout has been started by South Africa. We need to come together to make sure more actions are taken, and let us build a free and just Gaza. And it can be a testament to a collective action and the relentless pursuit of human rights. Let the river to the sea, and Palestine must be freed. Thank you.